Okay, so we'll be creating some list of React projects here. So the first project that we'll be creating is a e-signature application. So if you know what is an e-signature application, is like any form you are filling, right? At the end, there will be a signature option where you will, typing your name, as well as, you can choose the date also, right? This is a very important in the real-time experience. I mean, the real-time projects when you're working in office, this kind of things can be added in any form. Okay, so let's create it. First of all, let me create this folder over here. So I'll just write here e-signature. Okay, simple. So in e-signature, let me create a e-signature.jsx. Okay, simple. Now in e-signature.jsx, what I'll do is just I'll write RAFCE. It is not taking me anywhere. Okay, let me type the export const. Should start from capital letter. Okay, e-signature equals to this simple functional component I've added. So what is this error is coming? Okay. Okay, now what we have to do is that we just need to return something, right? We'll just return some JSX. Simple. Okay. And I have to import React from React. Okay. Okay. Now what I'll do is that in this e-signature application, we'll be obviously having the date picker and the input element at the bottom. But what I want to do is that I want to create a separate component, and into that I want to do it. Okay. So imagine that I just create a simple component that is called title. Okay. And in that title, I'll be having all my details. It's right here, title. Simple. So I just need to import the title, right? Import title. So I'll be having in that components folder /components /title. Okay, which I've not created yet. Now I'll go and create that. So in the component, what I will do is that I will create this title.json. So you have to think always of dividing your application into smaller components. Okay. Similarly, here also my IntelliSense is not working. Oh, here it is working. Okay. So here what we'll do is this will be capital letter, right? So this is the title. I have to export here the title. Okay. Now I will be using this. So now let's save and let's see whether it is working properly or whether it is no. Okay. I have not added the e-signature application to our app.js, so it will not work now. I just copy this guy. I'll go to app.js, and inside the app here, I'll be pasting it. Okay. Now it will ask us to import it. So here what I'll do is that I've got many projects that I've done. So I just do import e-signature. Okay. We are only warning messages that we have not used, so that's okay. So let's save. And after during compilation, okay, some can't resolve components. Okay, it is saying that we can't resolve it. We just need to write title so it will get automatically imported. Just write here title. Okay. Or inside the base component, right. Sure, it is working. Everything is working fine, right? Now what we'll do is that inside the title, we'll do everything. We'll write all the code so that we will see. I mean, we've divided our into smaller components, right? That we'll be doing right now. Okay. the next thing that we can do is, so now we see the title over here, right? So we can do some experimentation on it, right? So because the title will be passing, so title is a component inside the app, inside the eSignature.jsx, right? Because we've used the title inside the eSignature JSS. Here, title is the child component and eSignature is the parent component, right? Now, if I want to pass some data from the eSignature to title, that should be visible over here, not the title over here, right? So suppose imagine that I'll pass something like some text, okay? So some text I'll pass, maybe I'll just pass something called name, okay? If I pass the text as name, I will get the props as text over here, okay? And how I can display the text basically. So instead of div, I can have an h1, but let's have an h1 over here. And this h1 will have a class name, for example. Let me add some class name. And for class name also, we can have, so suppose I pass some classes over here, right? And if that class is there, those classes are there, then I can show the classes. So I'll just tell if the classes are not there, that means I'm not passing any classes prop values. If it is not there, then I will implement my own classes, like maybe text center and text is what the classes I want to add. And if it is not there, if it is there, then just whatever classes you are passing, you can that I'll be using it, right? Which means that I have to pass another prop that is called classes over here. Okay, so here in this case, maybe I'll just pass something like this. Maybe I'll just pass here text align, for example, different kind of a classes, right? So this is what I'm passing over here. So what it is saying is over here, passing unexpected, okay, now unexpected. Okay, okay, fine, not a problem here. And in the here also, if there is no text, we'll resolve that part. If text is not there, then I want to display the title. If some text is there, then I want to title. And if the text is there, I want to pass that particular text, right? So what is the problem with this? Let's check. Is there any problem with this? I think we have missed. Have we missed anything? Unexpected, expected, bracket over here is what it is saying. Class. This is over here. Yes, the problem with this is we have missed the ternary operator format. That is one thing. Here also, I think we've missed it. Okay, so this is gone. Now let's save over here. Okay, so it is saying that if text is not there, if I'm not passing any text, title. If not, I have to pass a text, right? Not a code. So whatever value is coming in the text, that I have to show it over here. Now when I say over here, name is coming, but I think the format in which we are sending is not correct. We can't send here name directly. Why name directly? We can't send it because name is not a variable over here. It's a value that we are sending, right? So if we are passing value, we have to write in this manner in curly braces format. So this is a value we are passing, not a variable. So now when I say over here, it is all perfectly fine, right? Okay, so I'm passing here name. So that name is I'm getting the, okay, one more thing. Text is okay, yeah, correct. So I'm in the text, there is name. So if I'm not passing here, then I'll see title. Now since I'm passing, I'm saying here name, okay? And similarly for classes, I'm passing classes. So I see the classes. So if you right click and see, you can see the classes. And if I would not have been passing, then I would see only text center and text as the class. Okay, this is perfectly fine now. Now what we'll do is we can use one more title over here because there will be a subtitle over here for the date. So I can pass here, maybe I'll just pass here a date so that we'll see the classes. And this can be This can be a title class. Okay, let's pass it. This I've not created any classes. I'm just writing here some names so that our everything work perfectly. So I'll just write here subtitle. Okay, title and subtitle. Now when I say over here, I will see name and date. Okay, perfectly fine. Okay, we can do a lot of styling and everything, but this is not specific to CSS. So we'll just focus on the React part. Now what we'll do? We will create one paragraph, and in the paragraph, I just write here lorem 300. So I just need 300 words. So let me save over here. So some text is what we need. Maybe in the form, okay, 300 is too much, right? So what we'll do is, where is, oh, it went in one line, I think. Okay. Maybe all these forms are there, all this name, details, and everything is there. And at the end, there will be a signature, right? So in that case, what I will do is that at the end, I'll be having that input. Now for that, input of type what? Input of type date. So one will be date, right? Name is date, ID will be date, and there will be a value which will take, for now, we'll just keep an empty string. One will be, the other will be type as text, because here I'll be typing my name over here. Okay. So this will be again text, and this will be text. Let the value be like this. Okay. Now if I say over here, I should see two input boxes. One will be a date kind of box. Yeah. In the bottom, you can see that there is a date and there is a input. Okay. Let me remove some text over here. It's too much text, right? So let me remove that much. So that you can see, yeah, now there is a date and then, okay, we can do very good styling you can do, but this is the date input and this is a text input. Okay. Now if we have to add some style, okay, so what I can do is let me create a div, and I want to show you how to use the inline style. Okay. There are three ways of writing style. So style equals to, okay, style we can write here. This is what footer. Set your footer. So it is expecting a footer variable over here. So I just create a footer const footer CSS in JS format, right? So I just use display. You have to write in key value pair, okay? And you have to write in quotes. Display flex. So if I save over here, it will be working, okay? So let me do a right click and check whether it is working or not. Is it there? See, display flex is there, right? Display flex is working. That means this is a CS in JS object format of adding the styles. I've used a style. There are other ways also you can use class name and write it. I just want to show you an example of how to write this, okay? And obviously justify, you can't write here dash, you have to write in the camel case format. You can say key, justify content, and in code you write space between, so that these two, both of them goes at end, right? Now you see both of them went to one to the left, one to the right. Okay. And align items as center. Okay. Save. And I just need some margin. So I just give some margin top. Okay, I can't give a dash because you have to write in the camel case format. So 30 pixel. Okay. That too I have to write in quote. Okay, so margin will be there. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now this our small title component, sorry, eSignature app is ready. I'm having the title small component created. Now we'll be moving to the React part, where we'll be using the hooks to create this particular component and complete this project. Okay. Okay. So the next task is for us is when I click on any date, I have to see that date. And if I type my name, I will have my name displayed over here, right? Simple. So for that, what I have to do is that so we have to create some state variables. Why? Because state variables will return the data for during the multiple renderings, right? So basically, I'm having a name, okay, and I just write here set name because I'm setting the name, and I have to use this use state hook, and initially I will not give any value, right? It is asking us to import use state, so I'll just write here comma, and I just write here use state, okay. So this is the state variable. Now this will be not string. We have to write here in this manner, right? So this is the state variable just now, okay. And similarly, we'll be creating a date variable. So just write here date. I think we'll write in this manner. No. Okay. Now, okay. So here, what we could do is in the value also. So whenever we are entering date, it will be linked to the date variable. And whenever I'm okay, I don't have to write in this manner now. Write here date, and here I have to write name, right? So the value will be, so I enter the value in the input, whether date or name text over here. That value will be there inside this particular. So I have to create one more for date, right? So this will be a set date, okay. So then whenever I'm entering something, I have to call this particular event, right? On change event. So I just to write here on change event over here on change. So on change, what I have to do is I have to write here handle date change. So one function I have to call handle date change. Similarly, over here also, if I just write here on change, I have to write here on name change, for example, on name change. Okay, this function I have to call. Now, so I have to create two functions. One is on name change, right? Now I have to write here in this manner that const on name change equals to. So here what I have to do is I will be getting the data that I'm entering, whether I'm date I'm selecting on value I'm entering over here in the event. So from the event.target.value I'll be getting, and then I have to set the name. So in the set name I have to write here event.target.value. Okay. Similarly for on date change, I have to write a similar. Okay. One more function on date change. Okay. Now let's see if it is working or not. There is some error. Handle date change, right? So okay, the name will be handle date change. Okay, handle date change, and this will be handle name change. And done, right? Let's say over here on name change is not defined. Handle name change I've written over here. What I've written over here? Okay, I've written here on name change. So it will be handle. Okay, so let's say over here. Handle date change and handle name change, right? So what is handle date change? Why it is saying it is not defined? Ideally, we should copy and paste. Okay, handle date change and handle name change, so that we avoid all these errors. What happened here? Okay, again I will copy it. Okay, so let's say over here. Now if I enter something, I have to see that value over here, right? Let's see if it is working. It is not working. So when I'm trying to enter my name, it should be visible over here. So let's see what is the problem that we have encountered. So name, the value is name. I'm still thinking whether it will be a string or to write. I think in this manner. I think not, because string takes it as a value. Now we have to consider the variable, not the value. I think. So let's see. So I'm entering some value, but while I enter the value, so this value comes over here. So I'm triggering a name change. I'm setting the name over here. Okay, so here I have to set the date. Set date, right? Date I have not selected over here till now. So some value I'm changing. So the value will be updated over here. And then the value should be, I think here also, I think it should be in this manner. So this would be, so this is a error that we have done. So now if I just say, now it came Sanat Kumar, right? So if I'm signature, I'm doing, and my name is coming. Similarly for the title also, okay, so title will the date. So for date also, to select some date, so date should also appear. If I select 10, yeah, 10 is appearing, right? So CSS, you can do a lot of stuff over here. I'm not moving into CSS, but let me recall what concepts we understood over here. First of all, we understood about the state variables, how to use the state, how to call methods when some event happens, change event, click event, anything, how to get the value from the input, right? Then we understood about CSS in JS format, how to write style in CSS in JS format. Then how to create this component and pass data from parent to child component over here, right? Using props, and how to use ternary operators and add some. So I've not added this CSS over here because this is not a CSS project; it's a simple React project. Okay, but this is how you can add ternary classes or ternary data over here. So a lot of around 5-6 different kind of concepts we understood over here. Yeah, I think, yeah. Hope you like this particular project. It's a very good project. It's a real-time project. In Office, you have to do similar. So this might be asked in the interview also, and in Office also you can face similar kind of in the project. So if it's a form-based project, and there is something like to add your signature or select a date and add a signature, and in that case, we can use this technique to do this particular project. Okay. If you like this video, and let's move to the next video.